A lot of times when you see it, what does it mean? I heart you? No. What does it mean? It means love, right? Well, where they got that concept from, it's very ironic that Dr. Francis Quest Rosing said that genetic material that can annihilate white people or cause white genetic annihilation lies in the testicles of the black man, because if all the brothers just on this campus or just in this city would date 3 white women at the same time, and we got all of them pregnant, white people would just disappear after a while, right or wrong? No, come on, think about it. If all the brothers would just get white women and just impregnate them, white people would disappear. Am I right or wrong? Right. So do they really want everyone to love one another? No, they fear that. They fear that. So they have to change the frequency once again by giving you this thing called the heart. Now you know your physical heart doesn't look like that, right or wrong? Where did this concept come from, Puffy? So your friend, Saint Valentine's, although you celebrate Saint Valentine's Day by giving what, flowers and hearts and chocolate candy, where did the heart come from? Well, real quick, the heart came from this concept of St. Valentine's Day eating the heart of his lover after having oral sex. So if you could just look at this abstraction here, this heart, from a top point of view, and what he did was kind of, the man bent down to have oral sex, in the shape of his buttocks formed that symbol that you see here, and they call it the heart. Are you following me? Are you really following me? Okay. Let's move forward. So I drew this chart the other night, and as you can see, as Dr. Francis Cress Rose, how do we program computers? Come on, you're smart on it. Talk to me. Some of you computer majors. We use what? The 1010, right or wrong? I defy anyone in this audience. You got my number. Any magazine ad that you see and you see a clock or a watch, it's always 1010. Why? This is the language that these people that are global multinational corporations, this is how they speak to one another. Why is it always 1010? Where's the seat of government in America? The district of what? Come on. Don't think faster than Columbia, right? What's the logo for Columbia? No, it's the all-seeing eye. They stole your all-seeing eye, the third eye, which is the mind, right or wrong? And what else is Columbia? The Colombian faction of the Illuminati runs this whole thing. Are you following me? You can see it in the language on how they speak to one another. The target symbol, the circle within the circle within the circle. Amoco gas station, the torch, the light, holders of the light, the Illuminati, the illuminated ones. That's how come when the little ones are smart, you say they're what? They're bright. Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty, all of them are in cahoots. All of the hotel chains, look at their logos. It's either the rising sun or the setting sun, right or wrong. These people are called men of towardness, and they use the 1010 because that's where they live. 10 square miles in the District of Columbia. They're called men of towardness. Regardless of how slow they move, they're always moving towards their ultimate goal. Are you following me? That's just a sidebar. Can we get back to this? So now they're aiming this stuff at the youth. Brought to you by Big Ballers Incorporated. Alright?
Hey guys, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Divine Sade. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Also, go check out my business down below. Anyway, so let's get into this video. So, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to understand symbolism, how to understand the one thing that rules this entire world that you probably think is words and laws, but I'm sorry, sister and brother, but it is not. It is not words, it is not the law, it's not none of that. That's not what rules this world. It is symbols. And the reason why symbols is so important, because the people that don't know symbols are the people that are getting deceived 24/7, the people that are getting lied to, the people that are indoctrinated. Here's a good quote right here. It says, signs and symbols rule the world, not words nor laws. Okay, this quote is very much old, and this quote is very much the most truest quote out there to understand this matrix, whatever you want to say, that we live in. Okay, so what this says right here, we have to understand that when your favorite celeb and when your favorite elite politician or whoever is talking on stage and you think that they are saying nice things to you and you want to follow them and you love everything that they're talking about, and then they hit you with that, I would like to thank God for this. Or, they always say those things, right? And you think they're talking about the same God that you believe in, the same powerful, positive entity that you believe in. But I'm sorry, this is who they believe in. This is their God, their dad, their lover, the person that they worship 24/7. And once you understand that their God is a transformer, you'll start to understand why they are indoctrinating your children. So, when I say that their God is a transformer, I'm saying that because their God originally does not have a gender, nor is not even human at that. Their God is not even human, and he's not even gender. He doesn't have a gender at all, okay? And this proves another point of why do you think they'll let little celebrities just be their own little gender? No, everyone's playing dress up. Everyone's being a different gender. Everyone's just... It's a weird entity going on over there. Weird things, okay? So, this is obviously the Baphomet man, woman thing, animal. Anyway, so what is indoctrination? Indoctrination is the act of indoctrinating, which is forcing someone onto a belief and making them believe it. It's like a teaching. So for years, if you teach a kid that, oh, don't touch a stove, the stove is hot, you're going to burn yourself in, all this other stuff. What does the kid do? The kid doesn't touch the stove, and it will always believe that you're going to burn yourself because if you touch the stove, you're going to burn yourself, right? It's going to believe that. They're going to teach their kids that, and it's just going to be a cycle, right? So we have this cycle within the masses as in me and you, as in I, whoever. We are all pretty much indoctrinated. A lot of us are not. The awakening ones, we're leaving that indoctrination, which is a hard thing because we're waking up from a massacre of the mind, body, and soul because we've been lied to so much, okay? So basically it's just pushing your point of views onto someone else. This can go within religious things where kids are forced into religion at young ages. Just basically forcing anyone to believe something and ride for it without question, okay? Now, the next word that I need you guys to understand is oath. These people are under oath. These people are under oath to the Baphomet man or whoever is behind closed doors that they worship. Know that this is not a good entity. Now, we can be on oath worshiping something, positive, but they're not under oath worshiping something positive. Understand that. So, the definition oath means a solemn appeal to a deity, okay? So it's a promise to a deity. So what is a deity? A deity can be a god or a goddess, okay? A supreme being, a king. I highlighted king on purpose because a lot of these 13 bloodlines people or who run the entire world, everything that we worship, this started based off of them being kings and queens for years. It's a whole thing you can go look up about it. I didn't look pretty much too deep into that because I was looking into other things I want to share with you guys. I highlighted a society in which money is the only deity. So I'm going to put this in layman's terms. Society which money is the only deity means society in which everyone is running crazy to worship a certain, amount of money, to have this illusion, because money is an illusion. So we have a lot of people nowadays worshiping money and wanting money. Money's everything. Everyone's fighting towards that money thing. And you're being indoctrinated by your favorite celeb to chase the bag. Why do you think they keep forcing that on you? Hey, chase the bag, you shouldn't say that because that means the bag is, it's not right in front of you. You have to go chase it, meaning that, it's going to always be running from you. So watch what you say. We have to understand their deity is all things, the root of all evil, evil basically. So some common signs I want to talk about is devil horns, the peace out, beta kitty, peace symbolism, OK 666 hand gesture, vials of silence. I think I spelled that wrong. It's a vol of silence. I don't know. Who cares? Butterfly / MK Ultra. We're going to talk about the horns. We're going to talk about pyramids / diamonds / triangles. And then the numbers that they use. So some numbers that are common. I am not good with gematria, okay? But Conscious X is good with that. I want him to make a video about it. He said he's going to make a video explaining it deeply because I don't really get it. I only get certain things about it. So he's going to make a video about it pretty soon, explain it, because, it's one thing just to show it, but you have to deeply understand what it actually means. I only know a few numbers, but who cares? Anyway, so 33, 13, 6, 9, 31, which is 13 flipped, 38, anything with 3, 6, 9, also 10, 10, because they live in the 10 coordinates or whatever. So understand that there's 13 bloodlines. This is why the number 13 is also important with a lot of these things. So these are their names. I'm not going to say all their names. You can go find these guys online and you can look into it. It's all on Google, man, and that's the craziest thing. It's all in plain sight, dude. So one big thing that I want to talk about with you guys is that almost every media outlet that we know is owned by 6 medias only. So when you think that those little pages on Instagram, those little news pages feeding you all that crazy stuff, you think they're owned by separate people, but they're not. They're owned by the same 6 people. You think your Internet Explorer, Safari is not owned by, they're all owned by the same people, okay? 6 things, 6 media outlets on the same thing, okay? And it's on Google, it tells you that. And it says companies own everything demonstrates the illusion of choice, okay? It's all an illusion of choice. They gave you a goddamn illusion, okay? So here are the 6 companies that own everything: GE, News Corp, you have Disney, you have Viacom, you have Time Warner, and you have CBS. So in this post, it says that in 1983 there was 50 companies, and now there's only 6 companies since 2011, okay? And there's probably less companies that own everything that you buy. I'm talking about from the house products to your little beauty products to all that good stuff that you buy every day, thinking that's good for your health or whatever. Understand that it's all owned by the same 11 companies, okay? So you have Nestle, you have Coke, you have Johnson & Johnson, all these places, and you can go look all this up. It's up there for you guys to see. They own everything you can possibly think of. So when I say that, you have to understand these brands are just branches off of one company. We think that different people are owning it, but they're not. So right here, McDonald's. So the M in McDonald's is the most deceiving thing ever, and that's funny. So real quick, let's zoom in on this. So you see he's throwing up the devil horns right here. Bet you didn't even notice that, right? So the M is represented by the golden arch. I can make you eat anything I want you to eat. They don't care. They don't give a damn about you, okay? And it breaks down the entire, the entire thing with the M and the arch inside of it. And I'm not going to really explain that, but you get it. Then we have the numerology of it. The M equals 13, C equals 3. So 13 plus 3 plus 4 plus 15 plus 14 plus 1 plus 12 plus 4 plus 19 equals 85. 85 equals 8 plus 5 equals 13. All equals out to 13 at the end of the day. Okay, so it has red plus the yellow equals orange, which equals out to be the sun, and the sign will equal out to making a 13 when it is flipped. You feel me? Then we have Chick-fil-A. Everyone glorifies Chick-fil-A, but we fail to realize that the cursive letters are 6s, and we have a triangle, Illuminati pyramid in the A. All right, you guys see that? And then we have, wait, hold on. And I want you to pay attention that it is 3 6s in this. Yeah. Next, we have Starbucks, which is the most obvious one. Starbucks, also tying into the Statue of Liberty, the torch, the flame, like the light, the illuminated. That's what that represents. So we also have to look at how she's basically, I think she's like a sea animal, a mermaid or something like that. And we have to understand that sea mermaids are actually bad entities, and they try to deem them as good entities. But a lot of cultures, a lot of different island cultures, and they know that the mermaid is deemed to be an evil entity, an evil deity, okay? All right, and so now we have the sun. They love the sun. Pay attention to that. They're using things to draw you in, man. I hope you understand that. They're using things to draw you in to their deception, to get you to like it. It's always going to stand out to you. I remember when I was younger, there was a BP, the company. Let me zoom in on it. There was a company, and when I was younger, when I was like, one of my aunts used to work there, and even if I didn't know that she worked there, I remember before, it just always stood out to me, that sign. So they do things like that, the sun, to make it stand out. So next we have our favorite apps. We have Apple, which the App Store, which is the Masonic square with the compass. You have the email, Gmail, with the Masonic royal arch apron. So, you have all these and they're all connected. You have Facebook, Google, you have all this stuff. And it's all connected to logos that were already made centuries ago. I love the caption of this. It says, "Do you really see what you are looking at?" Because we don't. So, honestly, just look at that. I like this one down here because we need to understand different languages. I think that's a power right there. Understanding Hebrew, understanding those different languages and what they're doing. The Walt Disney sign, Walt Disney was a very, 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 very disgusting man. So, this was on my story 14 weeks ago. I wanted people to understand symbols, so I was just posting random symbols they need to pay attention to. I want you guys to look up the words on this dollar and translate all of it, and do your research on it. Now, they took your all-seeing eye, by the way. Your third eye, they took it, made it a negative notion, and put it on their little pyramid, okay? So the reason why a lot of guys like Dodge is because they're taking certain genitalia entities and putting it as their logos. I don't know if you guys noticed or ever went on this type of research, but all of Disney, a lot of his drawings were very, very much made out of genitalia. A lot of Mickey Mouse characters and stuff very much made out of genitalia to draw us in and to like it unconsciously of knowing what we're actually looking at. Just all an illusion. Okay, so FedEx, I bet you never even noticed that there's an arrow between the E and the X. Alright. Also, we're going to talk about colors, but that's another video. But real quick, the color purple means revolution. So when you see them all dressed up in purple, something's finna to shift in the world. There's going to be a big change. It means revolution. NBC took your chakras. They took your essence, the thing that keep you spinning, your colors. Their most long-running companies, whatever this is. Is NBC like TV or something? I don't know. I don't watch TV like that, but whatever. So they took your chakras and they gave you the illusion that this is a peacock or whatever. But you have the red chakra, which is root. This is how they draw you in. They got you drawn in from the root chakra. They got you drawn in from the sacral chakra, your sex chakra. They got you drawn in from your solar chakra with your confidence. They have you drawn in with your heart chakra with the green, right? They have you drawn in with your throat chakra, your voice. So you be NBC always have like American Idol, whoever be having American Idol on there. They have certain things that are drawing you in. So they have obviously your throat chakra drawn in. They have your third eye chakra, calcified, not decalcified, calcified and drawn in. And then they have the illusion that's making a peacock, which is actually white. So it's representing the crown chakra, okay? Then you have Taco Bell. I bet you didn't even notice, but the yellow bell in the Taco Bell is actually the reptile eye, horse eye. Understand, I used to do massive research on Agent Kemet, but you really can't find. There's a video. Anyone that's studying Agent Kemet or whatever, there's a video, and this man said, I think it was like in the 80s this video was made, and he was like, we'll never really know the real history behind it, because they're probably going to delete this video too, and pretty soon they are. That video going to be gone pretty soon. So if you are embarking on that road of looking up Agent Kemet, I need you to be open-minded to who's actually giving you that information on Google, but whatever, and who's actually, telling you this information about these people. But they were pretty great people. They flip a lot of things about these people, and when they take that eye, they only make it evil when they put a teardrop at the bottom, just saying. But we're going to talk about that. So you can rep that eye, you can get it tatted on you, whatever you want to do. All the Agent Kemet stuff, you can do it. I mess with it heavy too, but they take it and use it against us and do bad things to it. So occult numerology of the American flag, we have 13 stripes, 50 stripes, plus those two together equals 63. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 13 and the 9 are occult numbers, which is true. You have the famous group that has black people very much, that put us deeper into the psychological trauma of what we have going on. We have to understand that all these groups are created by, these groups are not really formed by just random people. These groups are actually planned and created a long time ago. It's all symbolic I mean, it's all documented already. Like, they already do this stuff. It's nothing's new, okay? So you have the KKK, letter K equals 11, 11 plus 11 plus 11 equals 30 degrees. 30 degrees going into the Illuminati, which is where the triangles on the 33 has a lot to do with a lot of things. I'm gonna get into that, but the triangles on the dollar bill, and like I think there's a certain angle on the dollar. There's a certain angle on the dollar bills that they use a 30 degrees of freedom to measure out things. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly I'm trying to say. But anyway, so they have Fox, and the F equals 6, the O equals 6, and the X equals 6. Fox 666. So you have Fox News putting you in fear. And they even are making a pyramid with their logo, but they're just missing the top part. It's just the bottom of the pyramid. And yeah. So then we have the most oil companies' logos. Exxon, real quick. They don't have Exxon up here, but Exxon, the X is the Lorraine cross. It's not a X. And you have them, and they're doing their pagan Masonic symbols with Texaco, Sun Corp. You know, all these things are just very much Masonic symbols, pagan symbols, okay? Then we have this, the star, okay? So 2 upside down triangles. I need you to understand that. Then we have the Star of David. So obviously the same 2 things. You know, you can read that. Tell me what you think. Next, we have the Baphomet hands. I'm not going to touch too deep in on this. I'm not trying to strike a nerve with a lot of you people, but you have to understand, why is he throwing up them hands? Just saying, the same hand gestures. Conscious X will be having a video real soon exposing JC, so we'll be looking out for that. Then we're going to get into common signs. So common signs that we see a lot of times, the devil horns, peace out, beta kitty, peace symbol, OK hand symbol, Val of silence, butterflies, /MK ultra, horns, pyramids, diamonds, triangles, all that good stuff. So we're going to get into the peace sign, the very, very loving peace sign. So real quick, it just represents the pentagram, penta 5. So you have 2 fingers up, 3 down. Very Masonic, this hand gesture, okay? And it's just a V symbolism. It's called the Law of 5. Next is, we're going to look at a few of these symbols real quick. So I highlighted the ones I actually really want to pay attention to. So the first symbol that we're going to pay attention to is the goat head. The goat head is a mocking of Christ, you know, as the lamb who died for humanity's sins. You have the peace sign. You know, real quick, you know, all my Christians and stuff, or whatever y'all are, understand that the peace sign is mockery. It's basically, I highlighted it, the 2 ends of the peace sign that is like making the legs, right? So you have the straight line, and then you have the triangle, right? That triangle making shape right there, those are broken, you know, cross. That's a broken cross, right? You know, so it's mockery of the cross that Jesus died on. So then we have the yin and yang symbol. You know, I'm one of those people, I mess with the yin and yang a lot, duality. I love that stuff, because life is made out of good or bad. You need both to exist, coexistence. But we have to understand that they deem this to be an entity to make males light and positive, and yin making females dark and negative. So, like I told one girl in the comments, we were talking about something, and I was like, they hate females, and they do. They always deem females as evil, bad. They hate us so much. So that's another thing. Then you have the beetle, okay? And it's a source of protection from others within occultic realm. So that's their protection. And so now you have the all-seeing eye, which means Lucifer is watching or judging you. Below the eye is a tear, because he mourns for those out of sight of his influence. So yeah. And right is, here is the anarchy, which is abolish of all law. Then you have the horned hands, which all your celebrities be doing it. And they made this okay for you to think it's okay, because they use it in metallical music, rock music, to make it seem like it's okay. But you have to understand why they pushed the rock thing. you know, we have to understand why they pushed that. So here's some symbols right here that we see a lot. These symbols were planned. They didn't just come out the blue. They were planned. Okay. Here's another picture you can look at. I didn't make these things. I don't make these. I could, but I'm not. So right here we got your favorite celebs, and they're throwing up their signs, just, you know, all that good stuff. All right, so we have another thing. We have them throwing up the 6, putting it over the I. We have the Beatles in the middle. So I put this on my story. It says, me, the music industry worships the devil, them. You're a crazy conspiracy theorist, the music industry. Oh, God, dude. And they all have these pictures with the Baphomet horns, but y'all just think that, I don't know what y'all think. Like, tell me what y'all think. Like, when y'all see that, like, since y'all want to take it for these people, what do you think when you see this? I want to know y'all perspective, right? I want to know what y'all think. I want to know. And I meant to crop out what I said, but this is the checkerboard floor real quick, and that's obviously Megan. And then you have, I swear I meant to crop out my commentary, but yeah, so you have Michael Jackson, and his album was called Blood on the Dance Floor, and he's on top of the world, and he's on a checkerboard floor wearing all red. All right, so real quick, yeah, so you have him with the apron on, covering his genitalia with one hand. Then we have Lady Gaga. This was a song she did with Beyonce, and then we have the telephone themes. I didn't really look more into the telephone theme, but I'll just save all that for another video, because there's other symbolic things that they do that we don't notice. But I'll save that for another video, because those are kind of on another realm and another meanings. So I'll save that for another video. But you'll have a lot of people that make songs talk about telephones or whatever. All right. So the first one we're going to get into is the Monarch Programming. So hard mind control, basically. MK Ultra is mind control developed by the CIA. All right, and it's tested on military and civilians. So, the Monarch Programming is mind control technique compromising the element of satanic ritual abuse. Monarch slaves are used by several organizations connected to the world elites in the field, such as military, sex slaves, and entertainment industry. So we have your girl Britney Spears, very much always under MK Ultra, always spazzing out, all the other stuff. And I want you also to understand, when they're doing it in their pictures or whatever, they're also putting us under MK Ultra too, but that's a whole nother story. So you have what is this man name? Guys, I can't think of his name right now, but you have him doing it too. I don't know what's up with this picture, but yeah. Then you have Zendaya. She has the Monarch dress on. Alright, so next is the beta programming / sex kidding. So the beta programming, known as kitten programming, they use female celebrities, model, actors, singers. They've all been subjects to this kind of programming. These are usually sex slaves. They have sexual abilities that are far beyond what the public is aware of. So the betas basically are like sex slaves, right? And they wear a lot of animal print type things. So you've seen in the video WAP with Cardi, Megan, and all them, everything was pretty much animal print, and that was for a reason. You have more pictures like this, just animal print, just going crazy with it. And, you know, you have Minaj right there. You have all them with the animal print. So now we're going to get on to the devil horns. You got your boy, the Pope. The funniest thing is, guys, why would your Pope be throwing this? Like, what is he? Like, even if he wasn't, like, say he was meaning rock on, like, why would he be throwing that up? Like, I need you to actually think, why would your Pope be just walking around throwing this up, okay? Why is he doing that, right? I really need to know. And look at this. Look at him. Like, what is going on here? Like, why would they just be saying rock on? I don't know, whatever. But, you know, because y'all think they're just saying rock on, but they not. Oh, that's funny. And then you have your boy T Trizzy. He out here throwing up them signs. He with it too. 666, devil horns. you know. Then we have Young Wheezy, and he has the devil horns throwing them up. He has a shirt that says "Kill 'em all," and he said, "Let God sort 'em out." Like I said before, their God is not who we think it is. This picture is funny. Me and Conscious X were laughing about this picture a lot. So ain't this picture weird? Like whatever. But anyway, so you have Snoop Dogg, and I circled it. He's doing a Vault of Silence. And One Eye Symbolism also. Then you have Miley Cyrus, peace sign, tongue out, One Eye Symbolism. You have Jay-Z, of course. Okay, and this is another thing. This made me laugh when I found this picture. Why is this man throwing up the peace sign? Okay. Like, why? Like, why do he have so many pictures? I don't know. Whatever. Then you have Ray Charles, he blind, throwing it up. So, supposedly he blind. Supposedly. You have Justin throwing it up with his tongue out. And when they have their tongue out, it's basically the Hindu goddess Kali, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Lord of Death. So basically, they're basically mocking you when they do this. Their tongue out, and you have all of them doing it. You know, you have Chris Brown tongue out, just always doing it. And then you have Wendy Williams, her tongue out, devil horns. This picture was funny because she just looked like she looked like it's going through a lot, you know. And then you have another one. So basically, she's the goddess of death and destruction. So these people are doing it. And like they said in this posting, Hollywood idols worshipped and idolized by many, and they're deceiving you. So she has her tongue out. Molly always has her fucking tongue out. And the crazy thing is because I, I grew up in the time where Molly was big, and Molly was always someone I just, I adored, okay? But you can't adore these people. You can't love these people. They don't love you. They don't adore you. And I know waking up and realizing, hey, they're not on your side is the hardest thing ever, because in America, we're just taught to always idolize someone. For fuck's sakes, we have a show called American Idol, okay? So, before I end this off, I'm gonna read a few of these comments that go into the last video. But let me say this to you guys, right? You can learn as much as you want to learn, watch as much as you want to watch, but at the end of the day, you're always going to be deceived if you don't know symbolism, if you don't know what they're talking about, if you don't understand what is going on behind closed doors, if you're not looking up the right things about symbolism. Symbolism is everything. Symbols, colors, hand signs, gestures, and numbers. They do not speak what we speak. They don't speak on the level that we speak. They're not on the rim that we're on. They're not involved in none of that, okay? And I'm going to say this loud and clear. You can throw up your signs. You can do the peace sign, tongue out. You can throw up your little devil horns or whatever. You can do all of it. But the point of this video was to let you know that when they're doing it, they're deceiving you. And this is a whole nother level of deception when they're doing it. Because they're giving all praise and all homage to what they rep their occult, okay? They're not giving praise to you. They don't care about you, but you think they care about you. And I'm kind of going on a rant here, but I need you guys to really understand that y'all be wanting to protect these people and vouch for these people, but you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors, and they don't give a motherfuck about you. They don't give a fuck about what you're doing. You can go and hurt millions of people right now, and they won't help you. They won't even probably acknowledge you, because a lot of things that we see on the media, all those tragic events are fake. They're all staged, planned out. Everything's planned. Another thing, when you're watching videos of the people that expose things, for example, i.e. case in point, Conscious X videos, and a lot of people watch those videos for entertainment, but you also need to understand that when another thing to vouch for, like what he's exposing or whatever, and he uses pictures of what they're doing that they put out in plain sight. I need you to understand that all their pictures are planned out strategically. Nothing's on accident. And I noticed that with a lot of things they do. And so I think I was watching a music video. I think it was like DDG and Blueface, one of their music videos or whatever. And DDG had on the most weirdest outfit, but it's like he had to keep that black and white, that black and red theme. They want him to keep those Masonic colors no matter what. So I was just like, that's weird. Like, why whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, don't be getting fooled, understand things. multiple symbols out there. I'm going to say a few before I play this video and let you guys go. But you have the checkerboard floor, you have one-eye symbolism, you have the 666 hand gesture, diamond / pyramid / triangle, vow of silence, you have the butterfly equals mind control, aka MK Ultra, you have blood sacrifice, you have Baphomet, hand gestures and costumes, you have rock on, which is actually the devil horns, you have number associations with, like, you know, gematria and all the other good stuff, and you have certain deaths that equal out to certain numbers that don't make any sense. You have symbols that we worship every day, that we look at, that we go and get, that don't mean what we think. We have certain times on clocks that really are not acquainted to our frequency. We have food places. You have other symbolizations that mean very, very, very nasty things. That'll be in my part 2 of, like, deeper understanding a lot of symbolism that they use that you probably don't even pay attention to. So, and then also they have the gun hand symbolism, which is like when they're pointing it to their head. And I also want you guys to understand that women love the color blue, so they use the color blue to attract us. Males, they love the color red, so they use color red to attract y'all. The Dodge symbol, you know, I showed you guys that. It's basically why males like Dodge, because it's a vag, right? And then the owl represents secrecy and wisdom. So Drake, for example, it's just a lot of things, you know. It's a lot of things that they are doing. You have the checkerboard floor, which symbolizes order, the yin and yang, the good and bad. But the good and bad also represents, you know, the light, the dark, the negative. Females being deemed as the dark. And this is only with them, okay? Because I still rep the yin and yang, because I feel like that makes up the world that we live in. And also, we have to understand what the Illuminati is. It is just the enlightened ones, the illuminated ones. It's just a sacred society, okay, that rules this entire world. Okay, and then we also have to understand the pentagram, which is Satanism. Then we have Monarch, which is MK Ultra, you know. Yeah, so basically those are pretty much all the symbols and stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. A lot of stuff is just rituals that they use to draw us in and deceive us. So before I leave, let me read these comments. So a person said, this is scary because I know he's telling the truth. And then another person said, this was pure genius, using comedy to awaken the truth. All right, I'm not going to read all that, but understand that they use comedy to tell us the truth in plain sight, because all we want to do is laugh, right? If y'all don't know, the audience was actually not laughing. Most TV shows, Jerry Springer, all those people, they have people who are paid to force the audience to laugh, to boo, to, like, do whatever they want them to do to deceive the audience at home. And then said the laughing is fake. Everyone's freaked out. They added it. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it. It is a scraping.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things, and, you know, and you know, look at him trying to come it out. It's hilarious. And, you know, and I'm sick of, hold on a second. You know what they're trying to do?
Who?
This thing is buzzing. Hold on. They're trying to turn us into, you know, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this.
And, yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some...
What happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus. With 5.5.
That's a big one, huh?
5.5 heads-up HD display. I think what I was really trying to say was I think people will enjoy Dumb and Dumber this weekend.
And that is what